very ethical morning to one and all. It's an ethical morning to all of us. From me, that is Sudhanshu Shekhar Naik. Today, I have the privilege of addressing a topic that is not only close to my heart and your heart, but also forms the bedrock of our noble profession, that is education. We are here to delve into the realms of ethics and integrity. We are here to explore as an educator. We are not just imparting knowledge, we are also shaping the character of the next generation, the future generation, the 21st century children. We are the sculptors of young minds and the country which is filled with young population, molding them not just academically but also morally as well. And in this endeavor, the chisel and the hammer that we use are nothing other than ethics and integrity. As we delve deep dive into our topic, let's first define what we really mean by ethics and integrity. Do we really understand it or not? Ethics, in a simplest terms, for a layman term, is a system of moral principles that govern our behavior. It's about it's about understanding the difference between right and wrong. I hope we know what is right and what is wrong. And making choices, my goodness, making choices that reflect this understanding. Integrity, on the other hand, is not the same. Maybe sometimes we feel that it's the same. Is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles that we always imbibe. It's about being true to our own self and being consistent in our words and actions, regardless of the situation, regardless of the environment, regardless of the climate that you are facing or the audience that you have. Now, why are ethics and integrity important? Why should we, as educators, emphasize on these values in our classrooms? That's a million and trillion dollar question, my dear friends. The answer lies in the profound impact these values have on our personal, academic, and professional life, which I would call it as the paps of our lives. On a personal note, on a personal level, ethics and integrity shape our character. What is our character? They guide our actions, our decisions, our influencing how we interact with our surrounding, even in our inner surrounding as well as our outer surrounding, and others, and how we view our own self. A person with strong ethics and integrity is more likely to be trusted. Do you believe it? You better believe it. And respected also and admired by others. You should try it out. They are the individuals who stand up for what is right, even when it is not easy or popular to do. They are ones who inspire us. They are the one who are different, who lead us from front by setting their own example. In an academics setting, ethics and integrity are equally very crucial. They foster a fair and respectable learning. Wow! That is superb. That's the kind of environment that we need to create in our schools. For instance, when students understand the importance of academic honesty, they are less likely to engage in any kind of malpractices, which in our terminologies we call as plagiarism or cheating. These are new terms, but sold in the old form. According to a survey by the International Center for Academics Integrity, about 68% of the undergraduates students admit that they have done cheating on assignments or exams at some point or the other. This statistics underscores the urgent need for ethics and integrity in education in our schools. Moreover, cultures of integrity in schools promotes us a positive learning environment that we always see in our schools. It encourages, it also gives students the different level of mindset students have to take responsibilities to their actions, for their actions. They take accountability of their actions, and they also respect the right and work of others and to take pride in their own efforts, taking pride in their own efforts. It fosters a culture of trust, respect, fairness. These are the triangle, the three winning triangles, which are essential for effective learning and growth. In the similar line, in the professional world, ethics and integrity may not be totally different, but it holds immense amount of significance as well. Companies highly value these traits in their employees. According to a survey conducted by Robert Half, Management Resources, 75% of the workers said they would not work for a company with bad reputations. Can you imagine? Even if they pay highly also, but you don't will to work for them. Even if offered a pay increase, this shows that ethics and integrity are not just personal virtues, but also the key drivers of organizational success or failures. In essence, ethics and integrity are not just abstract concepts or lofty ideals. As educators, we have a unique opportunity and indeed the responsibility to instill these values in our younger generation students, and let's make our future educators prepare them not just for exams, as we say, beyond textbook, but for life. How storytelling as a tool can help us. Now let's delve into the heart of our discussion through this storytelling. I hope all of you might have heard many stories. Stories have a unique way of capturing our attention, our minds, and it starts steering our emotions and making complex ideas more relatable to our day-to-day life. Today, I want to share a story that beautifully illustrates the concept of ethics and integrity. Let's imagine, let's go to the world of imagination. A young girl named Priya. Priya was a bright child, hard-working student who is known for her honesty and kindness. She is well liked by her peers and respected by her teachers. One day, as Priya is walking home from the school, she finds a wallet on the sidewalk. She opens the wallet and finds a significant amount of money along with an ID card of a person she doesn't know or probably recognize. Now Priya faces a challenge, a dilemma, which many of us face in our own life every day. She could not keep the money, which would certainly help her buy new bicycle. She was thinking, like children, we always think when we get money. She has been saving for. Now, no one saw her pick up the wallet, and it would be effortless to slip the money into her pocket and forget about it. It's not possible. But then there is a nagging voice in our head which keeps our conscience, which reminding her of the right thing to do. On the one hand, her mind says this, other hand the mind says the other one. This is where Priya's ethics and integrity comes to play a major role. She knows that keeping the money would be nothing but dishonesty. She imagines how worried and upset the person who has lost this wallet must be now. Putting herself in the same place or in their shoes, she decides to do what her conscience tells her is right. The next day, Priya takes the wallet to her school and gives it to her teacher. She hands it over to her teacher in the intact form, the same wallet the way she has got it, explaining where she found it. The teacher, without any hesitation, praises Priya for her honesty and helps her find the owner of the wallet, who turns out to be a parent of another student in the same school, which probably Priya never knew it. The parent is relieved and grateful to have the wallet returned, which hardly happens in a Kali Yuga, the age in which we live in today. And Priya feels a deep sense of satisfaction knowing she did the right thing. This story of Priya is simple, but it is very impactful yet powerful illustration of ethics and integrity in action. It shows us that even when we faced with temptations, choosing to do the right thing can bring a sense of peace, tranquility, satisfaction, and that feeling that nothing else can give you, that far outweigh any material gain that you can get through that. It reminds us that our actions define our character and that honesty and integrity are the real virtues that earn us respect and admirations from others. Now that we have heard Priya's story, let us explore a little bit more the ethical dilemma she faced. As educators, we can use stories like this to spark discussion in our young minds about ethics and integrity in our classrooms. We can become the real ambassadors of ethics and integrity. We can encourage our students to put themselves in Priya's shoes and ask them what they would do in a similar kind of situation. Through these discussions, we can lead, we can help our young, bright students understand the importance of ethics and integrity and inspire them to uphold these core values in their own lives. Remember, as the famous author C.S. Lewis once said, integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. Let us strive to instill this value in our students, shaping them into individuals of character, integrity, and future ready citizens. Now let us bring the concept of ethics and integrity closer to our own life, to home, by discussing the real life applications. Let's start with the school. School, that is, we call as very cool, the place where we spend a significant amount or portion of our time. Here, ethics and integrity can manifest in many ways, in multiple ways, in mega ways. For instance, when a student chooses to not to cheat on a test, even when they have the opportunity to do so, they are demonstrating something positive and demonstrating the integrity. When a student stands up against bullying, even when it is easier to stay silent, they are showing ethical courage. In the realm of school sports, ethics and integrity plays a very pivotal role. Here it comes in the form of how we play in the sports. A student who plays fair, respects their opponent, accepts defeat gracefully. I would like to repeat this word, gracefully, is nothing but demonstrating these core values. They understand that winning is not everything, and that how you play the game that matters the most. Another area where ethics and integrity plays a tremendous role come into play is online behavior, which you have seen in the recent times during the pandemic. With the rise of social media and digital citizenship and the communication, it's more important than ever before. Has become the center stage of our life. How students behave responsibly and respectfully online. This means not engaging in cyberbullying, respecting others' privacy, and being honest in their online interactions. When nobody is watching, everyone is watching you. Transitioning to the home environment, ethics and integrity are reflected in our interactions, the way we interact with each other, with family members, with neighbors, with friends, with peers. Even in the midst of a disagreement, it is very crucial to maintain respect and kindness. towards our siblings. We fight, but we can fight gracefully. Furthermore, when we make mistakes, let us acknowledge them. And taking responsibility is a clear indication, demonstration of our integrity. These everyday scenarios provide us with ample opportunities to embody and reinforce the values of ethics and integrity. In our friendship, ethics and integrity are just equally very, very important. Do we stand by our friends in times of need? Do we tell them truth even when it is hard? A real friend always will tell you the truth. Do we respect their feelings and perspectives even when we disagree? Wow. Moving on to our community interactions, we can see ethics and integrity in how we interact with others, with our body language, with our language. Do we help our neighbors in times of need, or we just turn a deaf ears? Do we treat everyone with fairness and respect, regardless of their background or status? Consider these lines, these examples of community cleanup events, participating in such an event, even when you have or you could be doing something else, shows a commitment to the well-being of your community and the environment that you belong to. It is a demonstration of ethical behavior, responsible behavior, and integrity. Now let's look at some examples of what we have discussed above, of people who have set such examples and demonstrated these high ethical standards in their life with all odds against them. One person who comes to our mind very quickly is none other than the father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhiji. Gandhiji led India to independence through non-violent civil disobedience, a principle he called satyagraha, or insistence on truth. Despite facing numerous challenges and hardships, Gandhiji never compromised his principles. His life is a testament to the power of ethics and integrity. Another example that comes also to our mind very recently, not very far, is Malala Yousafzai, a young Pakistani activist who stood up for girls' education in a region where it was probably a taboo. Despite being shot by the Taliban, Malala, as she popularly called, continued her advocacy and became the youngest ever Nobel Prize laureate. Her courage and commitment to her cause show her strong ethics and integrity. These examples show us that ethics and integrity are not just about making the right decision or choices in our daily lives. They are also about standing up for what is right even when it is difficult or unpopular. As we reflect on these examples, let's remember the words of ancient Greek philosopher Heraclitus: character is destiny. We have said it once before. Our ethics and integrity shape our character, and our character in turn shapes our destiny. In conclusion, to conclude, I would say ethics and integrity are not just concepts to be studied in classrooms or spoken about. They are the real core values to be lived out in our life, daily lives, in our interaction with others, and also in the choices that we make. As educators, let us strive to instill, to imbibe these core values in our students, shaping them into individuals of character and integrity. It is our responsibility. It is something that we can only make it happen. As we draw our discussion to a close, or rather to say towards a new beginning, let us take a moment to reflect on the key points we have covered today. We have first of all defined what ethics and integrity mean. We have also explored and did a little bit of deep diving, importance in our personal, academics and professional lives, which I called it as a PAP. You can remember that. You can put it in your life. We have shared a wonderful story that illustrates these core values in our action, and we have also discussed their real life applications in various contexts of our life. As we conclude, or rather for a new beginning, I would like to leave you all with a call to action. Let us take what we have learned today and put it into practice. Let us strive to incorporate lessons on ethics and integrity in our curricula, in our pedagogy, in our teaching learning process. Let us create a classroom environment that rewards honesty, respect, and fairness. Let us lead by example, showing the way, going the way, and doing the way. Our students, what it means to live a life of ethics and integrity. To conclude, I would like to leave you with a quote, a wonderful, beautiful quote from the American author and motivational speaker, Zig Ziglar. I hope you are ready to hear that. With integrity, you have nothing to fear, since you have nothing to hide. This quote encapsulates the essence of living a life of integrity. Let's strive to live by these words. Let us also uphold the ethics and integrity in all aspects of our lives. And let us also try to instill these values in our young students, shaping them into individuals and citizens of character and integrity. As we move forward, that's the rule of the nature. Let us remember that our actions speak very louder, very, very louder, and our words speak nothing. And through our actions, we can inspire generations of ethical and principled individuals. Once again, in the words of Albert Einstein, try not to become a person of success and glory, but rather try to become a person of value. Let us strive to be an individuals of value, and let us inspire our students to do the same. Thank you and have a great day.